Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to another video. Today, we're doing something a little bit special. We will be going over the top 5 best classes to play in MapleStory, but more specifically on the reboot server. Now please do keep in mind that this list is from my personal preference from experience mixed with real life data. The categories that we will be going over for each class are 1. Mobbing, 2. Bossing, 3. Utility, and 4. Style points. They will be graded from D being the worst to S being the best. I won't be adding fun as a category since everyone's playstyle or preference is so different. And also, this list is not in any particular order. Now let's start with some honorable mentions because there's so many classes in MapleStory we can't just narrow it down to 5 classes, right? The first honorable mention goes to the 3 Explorer Warrior classes. The beauty of Explorer classes is that if you make one, you have the option of being able to switch to different job branches, thus classifying them as just Explorer Warrior classes. It doesn't really matter between Hero, Dark Knight, or Paladin since they all have their ups and downs, but you can't go wrong with playing these classes. They hit hard, they hit fast, and they can certainly take a hit. Some people might think, why Paladins though? But they're really strong once they hit 5th job, which isn't hard nowadays, but since their 5th job skill Blessed Hammer was so OP that they had to nerf it in KMS. Number 2, Battle Mage. Battle Mage certainly isn't the best mage class to play, but they are extremely fun and effective if you know how to play them well. They're probably one of the hardest classes to master since there is so much micromanaging and button mashing that you have to do, but once you master the controls, they become one of the top DPM classes in the game. They look cool, they do damage, they're mobile, they have pretty much everything that a class needs. Battle Mage is also the most unique mage since they are the only mage class where you have to actually go up to the monster's face to fight. Number 3, we have Evan. Evan also have a very unique playstyle since you have to control Evan and the pet dragon Myr. They do an insane amount of damage since you are attacking with 2 characters at the same time, and the animations look very pleasing to the eye. They're very difficult to master since you have to control literally 2 characters. There are things to micromanage, and but they can be really good after all that is mastered. Awesome mobbing, amazing bossing equals a great class. Now that's it for the honorable mentions. We don't want to go on forever with the honorable mentions. Now let's get into the actual top 5 classes. Number 1, we have Kaiser. Kaisers don't have the best mobbing capabilities since their attacks don't really have a big AoE, but they still deserve an A since they turn into their dragon form. They become a beast and they just destroy everything. Also after 5th job, they can summon their ancestors to fight with them, who does a lot of damage to a lot of mobs, but bossing is where they shine the most. When they transform into their final form, they have a built-in ignore damage reflect and damage ignore. Also they have a hyper skill that does that as well, which makes it very consistent to boss and very convenient. Not much in the utility department though, but they do turn into dragon. So S- is well deserved in the style points. Number 2, we have the Night Lords. Not a surprise here to be honest. Night Lords are famous for their mobbing capabilities with stars flying across the map, and also bossing is very good with Night Lords as well, even pre-5th job. They hit very fast, they hit very hard, which could just milk some bosses down with no effort. They're very squishy though, so you need to be aware when playing with Night Lords because one-shot KO is a possibility. Especially when you're in like Magnus, you're gonna have a pretty hard time. They aren't the coolest thieves since they aren't the coolest thief classes because Dual Blades look way cooler for style points, and even Shadowers look so much cooler than Night Lords. Number 3, we have Dawn Warrior. Now Dawn Warriors are just OP right now. Mobbing, insane. Bossing, insane. They are probably the definition of line story. They don't necessarily hit fast, but the amount of lines per attack is just insane. When mobbing, 80% of the screen is covered in numbers. They aren't the best utility classes, again, and style points isn't pretty high since their attacks become very dull. At first it looks flashy, but you get used to it, right? Your eyes get used to it and it just becomes very repetitive. But they are probably one of the best classes to main. Number 4, we have Xenons. A bit of a surprise here, but Xenons are very good. Xenon is a hybrid class of Thief and Pirate. They can equip items of both classes, and they scale very well early to mid game since they use 3 primary stats: Strength, Dex, and Luck. Their mobbing is pretty good since they're so mobile and they have a decent amount of AoE. And their skill Beam Dance, where you just spin around, is very useful since you can actually move and attack at the same time, and it hits super fast, so it looks really cool. Bossing is also pretty good with Snipe, which hits pretty fast with a lot of lines. Xenons are very interesting as well because they have so many skills to play with. Like you can switch it around, right? But it's actually pretty interesting how many skills you get. And last but not least, we have Demon Slayers. Demon Slayers are just amazing right now. Their mobbing is probably one of the best in the game since their AoE is so huge and hits with so many lines. Fifth Job is great as well by making Demon Dash into this crazy attacking slash mobbing slash bossing skill that you can just wreck everything with. You can glide with Demon Slayers, making them unique from different classes, other than Demon Avengers of course. And they have this vertical jump that you can do, and you can actually jump really high. And there's this like a mini flash jump you can also do with the same skill. They're super mobile. They're very mobile. They're very strong. And for a fun fact, the very first solo Lucid kill in KMS was actually a Demon Slayer. Now that wraps up the top 5 best classes to play in the Reboot server / Maple Story. Let me know down in the comment section below though what your favorite classes are and your thoughts on the best classes as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you did, it'll help me so much. Subscribe for more MMO contents, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Why Reboot? So Reboot versus the main server, and the pros and cons of Reboot and the main server. So I'll start with the main servers.